Well, hello YouTube, Leo here. Welcome to the channel. Today I am approximately 2,000 feet above sea level and we're expecting some snow. So that sounds like a great time to go camping, right? Well, that's the plan. Anyway, welcome guys to a very special Christmas episode. How about that? I'm out. For those of you who don't know, my name's Leo, and I will be your host today. For those of you who like adventure, you've definitely come to the right place. We are expecting some rain here in just a few minutes, well, about 2 hours. And then it's going to change to snow a few hours later. We're expecting 1 to 3 in the valleys. And I'm not really sure what we're going to get, you know, way up here. Like I said, I'm a couple thousand feet up. But anyhow, as much as I would love to stand around here and just gab, I really need to get my butt to work because it's going to start raining really soon. And it's going to be a nasty old day. Perfect weather for a little adventure, wouldn't you say? A little snow, 2,000 feet up, comfy tent, heat, TV, and I will be making for dinner tonight, I will be making turbocharged chicken Alfredo. How's that sound? It's a variation on a theme. Anyway, I think it should be pretty good. Pretty place, ain't it? Now imagine this covered in snow tomorrow. This is going to be fun. I hope you guys come along. Kick your shoes off, grab you a snack, get some hot cocoa, and enjoy our Christmas episode, hopefully. Oh, big mud hole. Wasn't that big. Wasn't as big as he thought, was he? Now, like I said, this is one of my favorite spots, and I've camped here before. Camped here last summer. 95, 97 degrees. It was smoking hot. And I've camped here in the winter too, but not quite like this. It should be a very interesting little trip. I see my spot back in the woods. Right back in here is where we're going. Ta-da! Well, it's high noon. And I got a little bit of sleet rolling through just to make things interesting, you know, start the ball rolling in the right direction. I'm pretty much set up there, just about set up here. I've got my tent set up, and check it out. Christmas edition. Christmas edition. Why not, right? Why not? I had a time getting that thing up there, believe it or not. It took me 10-15 minutes to get that stupid thing up there. Looks good though. I like it. Merry Christmas, everybody. But I got a bunch of leaves. You can see where I've been kicking them in. Got it sealed to the ground all the way around. I'll show you what I got so far inside in a second. Got him sealed pretty good, I think. Of course, you'll find out later, won't you? There's a weak spot. Don't want no daylight. Okay, now so far I've got my cot set up. I've got my TV set up. I don't have it hooked up yet. Got my little Christmas tree, and I got an overhead light. Still got the heating system to go, finish the bed, and put my table up down here at the end. And I'll make this my little entryway here, and maybe bring some of those rocks over and have me a little campfire right out here. A nice little spot over there, but I don't know, I might use that one. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, so far so good. I mean, it's, you know, hey, I've got a tarp down on the ground. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but I've got the cot partially set up and got me an overhead light running down to that battery and inverter right there. I'll put my heat right there, run the exhaust out right there, and I'll just have a little chrome pipe sticking out right there. Looks like a good little spot to weather a storm, don't it? Alright, I'm gonna get back to work. I was just looking. There's a mountain out through there. I can see through the brush. I know you probably can't see it on camera. The mountain is disappearing. It's turning white. So there is some sort of precipitation inbound. We should be okay. And I think she looks, especially when it gets a little bit of snow on it, it should be even better. But the tarp on the ground, I put, it's a double layered 10 by 10, and got it tacked down in the corners. It has an inner tent to it, but this way it's bigger, much bigger. The inner tent's 2-piece, so this way it's all one great big room. Alright, I better get off here and get back to work. You can hear it. You can hear it hissing. You can hear it on the tent. It's coming. Well, the wind has picked up, and it's definitely got a really good chill to it. That's for sure. You can definitely feel it. Definitely feel the chill in the air. Check it out. Hung our little sign up. I've got my heat set up. There's my exhaust. And we should be ready just in time too. It looks like it's, from the radar, it looks like it's thinking about getting nasty out here. We're ready to go there. Got my Christmas tree up. What do you think, guys? Got my little Christmas tree up. Got my TV. I've got it hotspot with the phone. I've got my chicken out thawing. I just turned the heat on a minute ago. Got my dinner stuff already, mushrooms, onion. Got my pasta, Italian seasoning, Alfredo. That's breakfast there. And of course got my Christmas cakes. You know, you gotta have Christmas cakes. But we're all set up. It's getting windy out there. It's getting downright, yeah, it's getting noisy. I hear sleet. I hear sleet. We went from rain popping to the slight sound of sleet. But I'm up 2 degrees. It's 40 outside. Now I just turned the heater on. It's been on about 10 minutes. And we're up a couple, 2.5 degrees. So yeah, so far so good. As long as the wind don't knock my tent down, we're good. I didn't put any extra guy wires on it. I thought about it, but didn't. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. But anyway, I'm getting ready here in a minute. I'm gonna start some dinner. Go ahead and get the chicken started cooking. I thought I'd give y'all a little update. According to the weather, I should have some fairly moderate snow inbound any time now, on its way down from the sky as we speak. So we shall see if we get any snow. You know, we'll see if we get any or not. Here we go. Hopefully there's a couple hours here, and then again around 9 o'clock and through the night About 52 right here on the table. Just hanging around watching Batman versus Superman. Got my Christmas tree up. Heat's going. Got it hooked up. And working on dinner. Got my chicken cooking. Just simmering away. Almost. We're getting there. It's cooked down from about here. We're getting there. Yeah. Here it comes. Hopefully, if the weatherman's right. He has been known to lie to me. But either way, it's still a pretty cool evening. I think I can go ahead and say, I think it's safe to say, the wind started kicking up earlier, and just that whole end was just dancing around. But it seems to have calmed down now. Starting to get a little bit nasty out. Got a definite hiss inside the tent. You can hear it. Doing good though. Doing well. It's 54 in here. Of course, I got my window open trying to let some of the steam out from food cooking. But the snow has arrived. Finally. I see a little tiny bit sticking on the leaves. Cool. Let's do it. But we're gonna have to close that up soon. Getting a little bit snowed on my stuff here. That'll be alright. Better than having all that condensation inside. But so far so good. Very comfy. Got me a really good seat. The heat blowing out from under the bed and around my feet. Nice. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. I can see some snow coming down out there. It's a snowing. Well, it's a little after 5. Just about to get dark on me out there. Haven't really seen much in the way of snow. Little snow squalls will come through and kind of turn to rain again and melt away. It's about 34 out there. Blustery, cold, windy. Not good at all. Not good at all out there. Inside though, hang on. Let me get my light. There we go. I've got my chicken deboned and put back in. And I've got, hang on, some baby portobello mushrooms, one small onion, a whole bunch of Italian, a little salt, little pepper. And I've been cooking on this for a long time. It literally smells like a really good Italian restaurant inside this tent. It smells freaking awesome in here. I mean, it's delicious smelling. Just look how thick that broth is. Look at that. That will be some good stuff right there. Got my other pot ready for my pasta, and got my Alfredo ready to go. Just waiting on that to cook down a little bit more, a little bit longer. We'll have everything done. It'll be time to eat. Dinner time. Be dinner time. Yeah, going well. Had to put my chair over there against the tent and put some weight in it just to hold that side still. It's getting kind of, yeah, it gets kind of bouncy when the wind starts kicking up. You'll hear it howling through the trees, and then 20-30 seconds later, you know, it gets here, and yeah, it gets wild all of a sudden. everything starts jumping around. But so far so good. Having a good time, very much enjoying, hanging out here. That's the good part, you get all the work done, once you get all the work done, you get to play with it a little bit. And I can feel air coming in through that hole. I can feel that. We get that closed up here after dinner. I believe that'll make a big difference. Alright, we'll see y'all in a little while. I'm going to turn my movie back on. Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice. See you guys in just a few minutes. We'll be, having us a good old time. Enjoying. Get 'em, Batman. Okay, it looks like dinner's just about ready, don't it? See what y'all think. Got my pasta, and my chicken and mushrooms and onions and Italian seasoning and all that, and the Alfredo sauce and a whole bunch of mozzarella on top. Yeah, that sounds, let's just make it pretty. Kind of looks like snow. Probably the only snow I'm gonna get. Alright, here we go, guys. Here we go. Look at that. Ready? Divine is a good word. Alright, we'll see you guys in a little while. I'm gonna kick back, have me some dinner, and enjoy my evening. See you guys shortly. You want a bite? Here we go. Big bite of chicken. Wait a minute. Some Alfredo on it. Here you go. Does that not look good? It should look good. It took me like 3 hours to make it. Alright, let's have some dinner. Well, it's 10 o'clock. About time for a check-in, I suppose. Supposed to be snow on the way. We'll see. Check the radar. There's a little bit on the ground, on the leaves. It's nearby, there's some. Either way, it's 71 in here. 71.4. I think I finally got my power all balanced out. Everything nice and evenly distributed. Broke out my little sunflower heater. Adds about 6,000 BTUs. That way I can run my diesel heater on low. Here, let me get some light on. I keep forgetting that GoPro. I can run my diesel heater on low and kind of go easy on my fuel. They're pretty good, pretty efficient, but if you crank them up, they can, go through quite a bit. I brought a couple gallons, I think 2.5 gallons total, with what I had in it and the can, and it's been running now exactly 8 hours. Imagine that, right on the money. 8 hours and 0 minutes. What are the odds? But everything seems to be fine there. Exhaust is working good. It vents to the outside. And using it inside, it circulates. That's the intake for the air that blows out of the duct. And having that inside here with the heater, it draws warm air. If you put it outside, that intake draws cold, icy air, and then heats that and blows it in. This, having it inside, does work a little bit better. A little bit more horsepower. And of course, I've got it set to blow under the bed. So, just kind of heat the bed when I get ready to go to bed, I'll turn it down on low on 1. Sleeping bag's good for 20 anyhow, at least. So, which it won't be anywhere near that, you know, with heater blowing right directly under the bed. Should be really nice. But it's very comfy in here. Got my little Christmas tree. Check it out. And got some hot cocoa for later. And cakes, snacks, you know. Got my little stove ready for coffee in the morning. Or tonight, as needed. It's starting to stick on the leaves just a little bit. I can see a dusting on the leaves. We'll see. We're supposed to get some heavier snow. Of course, they've been saying that for a while. Then again, it was a little bit too warm for it to stick earlier. You know, it was changing to rain and sleet and then back to snow and then back to rain. But it's all snow now. All snow all the way. But it's very comfy in here. No problems. We got a little bit of condensation on the tent, but the way I've got the floor set up, it just runs down behind it. So my floor's staying good and dry. It's got one drip right there. One little drip. And I can live with that. I was going to have a fire. I brought some Duraflame logs, but I'm just using one of them as a weight now to hold the chair down. When that wind was blowing earlier, I just, you know, slapped up the chair there rather than put up a rope outside. I just moved that over and works just fine. So far so good anyway. It got really windy. This tent was rocking. I mean, it was really getting with it a little while ago. Had me worried a couple times, but we made it. We made it. Well, it's just short of midnight, and it's been snowing on and off for a while, so I figure we'll walk outside and just see what the world looks like out there. I went ahead and I put my coveralls back on. I know not just that it's cold outside, but I also know that the minute that I open that tent door, this 67 degree weather is going out the window. It's going to get cold in here. And once I come back in and zip it back up, it's probably going to take a good half hour at least for it to warm back up. So, them's the breaks, right? Alright, let's go take a look. Hello. Get my other light out. And keep what we can in there. Look at that. Keeping the ground thawed just from the exhaust from that. Look at that. Kind of figured the wreath would have more snow on it. He's got some though. He's got some. Getting kind of white out. A little bit. A little bit white out here. It's still coming down too. I don't know how well y'all can see that. If I can get the light just right. It's coming down. Not real heavy, but heavy enough. Heavy enough to say it's snowing. Oh, You can't even ride in it. It's frozen. I'm gonna have to thaw that out tomorrow before I can leave. I'm gonna have to thaw my side-by-side my windshield out. That's all right. We got a plan for that too. We got a plan. Freaking burr. Look at that. Hang on, let me get the light up here. Look at that snow. It's blowing sideways. It's snowing sideways out here, y'all. It's cold and it's snowing sideways. Tent's warm though. Nice little abode out in the woods. How we doing as far as snow on top? Looks really good. Been keeping that little sunflower stove on this flat section here, just to make sure it stays warm, melts anything, doesn't ice up on me. Which I don't guess it hurt it that much, really, would it? Just shake the tent and it'd snap right off. It's cold though, y'all. Look at that. Sideways snow. That is cool. I'm gonna try to get a picture or two. I'll be back. Well guys, it's about 12:49. So I do believe I have adequately sat up late enough tonight watching TV. Got me a little bedtime snack. Working on my cake, some Christmas cake. And made me some hot chocolate too. Forgot my cup. Had to use one little collapsible. So far so good. It's holding up so far. But I'm gonna have me a little bit of hot chocolate and lay down a little bit, set my lights into night mode and turn my heater down. I need to refill it, turn it back down, and call it a night. And I'll see you guys in the morning. We'll see what kind of snow we got and what we got to deal with in the morning. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, won't we? Alright, good night everybody. See y'all in the morning. Well, good morning everybody. I figure I'll shoot this way because there's more light on that end of the tent. It's about 8:23. I just looked, and I've been up for about 10 minutes, I guess. I had my phone laying right there. It's the corner of the table. Woke up this morning and, well, a little while ago, grabbed the phone to see what the time was. The phone was freezing cold. I didn't notice it. I was in the bed. It was 40 degrees in here. I had that one off and had that one running, the diesel heater running on 1, and it was 40 degrees in here. But it's up to, I got him up to 54 that fast. I just cranked the diesel heater up on high and lit the little sunflower heater too. Crank out a little horsepower. We're warming up a little bit now. I haven't looked outside yet, guys. I waited for you. I waited till we could share this. Are you ready? Here we go. Yeah, it snowed. It snowed after all, didn't it? Look at that. That is pretty. Huh? That looks good. Looks cold though, don't it? That's only because it is. Wow. Very cold out there, y'all. Alright, let's get some coffee going. I could use some hot coffee right about now, I'll be honest. Alright, I'll be right back, guys. Let's get some coffee heated up and start this day rolling. We're up to 56.3 already. creeping up quick. I'll let that get up to about 60, 65 is good enough in coveralls for inside here. I'll be wearing my coveralls for the duration, I'm sure. Especially, you know, once you start open it up and start packing, there won't be no heat in here. But it's only like 30 outside, so it's not like ridiculously cold or anything. Pretty cold. Pretty cold. Alright, I'm gonna get some coffee, and we'll go out here in a little while and just go see what everything looks like. I'll be right back. Okay, I've had me 2 or 3 drinks of coffee, and we seem to have the temperature stabilized at 56.3 on, I think, this 3rd setting. So that's all it needed, was go from 1 to 3. That was all it needed. Alright, let's go take a look outside and just see what the world looks like. You ready, guys? Here we go. Burr. Little snow and ice on the tent. Oh yeah, it looks cold. Yeah, it definitely looks pretty cool out here, don't it? Look at that. Look at that. Ah, I love it. That looks good. Check that out, guys. How awesome is that? Look at that. Still a little bit of light snow falling. Not much, just a little bit. That is cool. Check out the windshield. Oh yeah, she's frozen solid. Figure I'll start him up here in a little while. I'll put that sunflower heater in there. Let it thaw everything out for me. Thaw out my windshield. Oh well. I brought extra gas. Let it idle for a little while. I figured something like that might happen. Wow, that looks really good, don't it? That is really pretty. Merry Christmas, y'all. We're not that far from it. We're just a few days from Christmas now, and by the time this video comes out, it will be pretty close, if not. Merry Christmas, y'all. Alright, I think I'm going to, just for the heck of it, I think I'm going to get me a little fire going. Maybe later. A little later. I have to pack up. It's like 8:30 now. I have to be in Mate 1 at 2. So I could probably do a little fire if I wanted to. We'll see. We'll see. I guess I need to get back in there and get started gathering up some of the little stuff. Getting ready to head out. Some of the stuff I know I won't be needing for the rest of the trip. Go ahead and put all that away. Nice and cool out here, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, it's cool. Look how pretty. Anyhow, I'm outside now. I've been working on the windshield. I guess it don't matter. It don't help to load up a vehicle if you can't see to drive said vehicle. I got the little sunflower in here in the floorboard, and got him going. So far so good. It seems to be working. We're thawing out. That and knocking it off with this little stick right here. Oh yeah, it's melting good now. We'll be running down in no time. Actually, I could probably shut it down now and close it up, and it'd probably work. All right, let's let him cook. Let him bake a little while. All right, look at that. Check that out, y'all. I brought out one of the little Duraflames and just put it on a big flat rock. Just for, you know, just for fun effect, right? If nothing else, just for fun. Oh yeah, I got something else I need to go get too. Just have to think about that. This is nice though. Fingers are the only things getting cold when you get them wet. You know, messing around with that windshield. You get your fingers wet. That's the only, you know, I'm dressed up. I'm dressed appropriately for the weather. Put it that way. So I'm snug as a bug, no problem. Feet a little bit every now and then, but you know, not a big deal. It's not that bad. And I could, you know, go put my feet in front of the heater if I wanted to, warm them up, or have a seat in the UTV and warm up if I wanted to. Not that big a deal though. Not too bad. It's tolerable. Nice, isn't it? The snowy white all around. Hey, the wreath finally caught some snow. I had a feeling that thing would look cute. I thought it'd look good with some snow on it. That looks really good. Hang on. That's a very Christmassy looking tent, if I may say so myself. Looks very Christmassy. Looks very warm too, doesn't it? It's fairly warm. It's about 55, 60 in there right now. So I could crank it up more, but I'm fine. If I got coveralls on, you know, you don't want it too hot in there. So I guess the diesel heater in that big tent, it'd do much better, I'm sure, if I had the inner tent. You know, it hangs some little loops inside there. But, you know, like I said, I like the ground space. You know, you've got a big room. But I think maybe next time the TP tent or something smaller. Just to hold heat better. If you're going to camp out here, you know, comfortable warm spot. You know? Of course, you always want to make sure if you're, you know, playing stuff like this, you can hyper insulate. And, you know, in a situation, you know, cold, that's how, you know, how it's done, you know, near the poles. But you just have to be really wrapped up well, you know, insulated well. But either way, we're not cold, so it's not a problem. And it looks really cool. This is a really cool experience, you know, tent camping out here. Look at that scene. Just look at that. Got my little fire going. My UTV trying to thaw it out. We'll get there though. Once I get it thawed out, I'll go ahead and start loading. Alright, let's get back to playing. I would say working, but I ain't working. I mean, you know. You know. You're having fun. There's a little bit of work to it, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of work to it, setting all that junk up and tearing it all down. A lot of little oddball stuff. Duraflame ain't quite burning right, is it? One end. So I guess I could probably put something on it and get it going. Yeah. I'd say those pine needles would still burn. Those would take off. Of course, he'll light, but, you know, light now. Alright, let's get back in, warm my little fingers up, and start packing some stuff. I still haven't really packed anything. Check on this first. Don't want to just leave it. Alright, we're doing okay. I see water running down. It's probably enough to see right there, but still, we'd see if we can do a little bit better. At least in front of the steering wheel. Well, it's like an hour later, and so far I have packed nothing. So I'm on a roll. Figured we'd try something. Makes colorful flames, in theory. We'll give him a minute. Alright, let's see some colorful flames. Maybe he needs a minute. Okay, alright, we'll be right back. We'll come back. Just thought I'd come down here. I wanted to show y'all something. How pretty this is. Look at this. That's what I was doing. I was down there taking pictures and stuff. Look at that. Look how pretty that looks. Little trail. And then up the hill. It zigzags there, 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 and then up the hill. Look at that though. That is beautiful, isn't it? You can see the wind came from this side. The snow's all stuck to this side of the trees. Oh yeah. What do y'all think? You can say what you want, think what you want, but you have to admit that's not bad penmanship. Disclaimer: do not attempt with frozen fingers. Isn't it practice? Practice right here. Scratch that one. It's good to be a little off in the head, ain't it? Well, you can see the way the wind has blown through here. You can see like the way the snow kind of just flows in that way. It's like water or something was flowing that way and then just stopped. Alright, I smell it. I don't see any colorful flames yet, but I smell it. Yeah, I kind of feel cheated here. Colorful flames. Hang on now. Put it down there where it's hot. Try that. Maybe put a stick or two across the top. Probably do that anyway. I don't see no colorful flames. How about y'all? That's the plain old orange ones. Generic, cheap orange flames. Well, it's 11:30 and the sun's came out, and I'll be honest, now that I'm in the pack-up phase instead of the camping phase, I don't mind. The sun is okay now. I've got a lot of it. I've got some of it brought out. And the little colored flame things, nope, just plain regular orange flames. Cheap, generic, dollar store orange flames. Alright, I got most of this. Let me get a little light in here. I guess we can shut the heater down at this point. Look at that. That looks good. I like that. Huh. Very open and very snowy now, ain't it? Let's see the reef. He's still snowy. Well, I guess only thing I got over there is a GoPro battery hooked up there. Is about all there. And the diesel heater. Put my fire out. And tent and tarp. And I had to swap batteries. That one just straight up died on me. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm just about packed up and still got to get out of here too. Got some really rough patches to get through, but I believe baby can make it. I think she'll be okay. Been poking at the fire, trying to get it to, cook down a little bit quicker. And, everybody likes to poke the fire, right? It does feel good for cheap orange flames. Oh well. Very pretty, isn't it? Very pretty. Alright, let's get back to work. Let's see. Tarp, tent, power on this side. That side, diesel heater, wreath, of course. Okay, we're getting there. We are getting there. Well, we've come to the point in the video where we've got everything cleaned up, packed up, the fire's out. Made sure I ground it good. I mean, it's snowy, but still. I had a time with that tent, man. Every half of it was frozen to the other half. At a time, that wreath I put up, or I think I mentioned, took me 10-15 minutes to get that silly wreath hung up. Well, the ropes froze. It took me about 20 minutes to get the wreath back down. But yeah, we got it. Got everything packed up and ready to go. And I've got to go meet a guy named Dean here in about an hour and 15 minutes. We're checking out an old hospital in Matewan, West Virginia. A little muddy. A little bit muddy. A tree branch fell since yesterday. Not a big one, but still. Wasn't there yesterday. Go ahead and hit four-wheel drive now. Got some mud hills coming up. Check this out. Look at that, how good that looks. That is pretty. To the main trail, two-wheel drive, start down the mountain. Hands freezing already, fingers getting cold holding that camera out there. Alright guys, I guess I'm going to go ahead and close this video out. I hope y'all enjoyed our little camping trip out in the snow on top of a mountain. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Some of the scenery, some of the company maybe. Anyway guys, we'll see y'all next time. Thank you for watching. You've stayed this far. And I've got some wild stuff to get through, but if you see this video, you know I made it. we'll just do it that way. Look at the size of them rocks. Alright, guys, we'll see y'all later. Y'all have a really good day. Thank you for watching, and we will see you guys next time. Leo out.